To use our Fluke 1507 insulation tester, we have two automated functions: polarization index, which is a 10-minute to 1-minute ratio time test, and dielectric absorption ratio, which is a 1-minute to 30-second test. So the first thing we're going to do is bring in our test specimen, our multimeter, so we can measure the input resistance of it. And we'll take our special connector that can only plug in one way into the insulation test. And you notice everything that's related to insulation tests is in orange. And then we'll plug in our common lead. And now we're ready to do our insulation test. And so we're going to pick 1,000 volts. So we rotate our selector knob to 1,000 volts. And we select our test. In this case, I'm going to do DAR, dielectric absorption ratio. And I push the test button, and it begins the test. And you notice down in the bottom left corner, the 1 minute appears, and it'll be counting down the 10 megohm insulation resistance and the applied voltage. Polarization index is done the same way. I select polarization index, PI, and 1,000 volts, and I push the test button, and it begins a 10-minute test. So you see 10 minutes, and that will count down, and at the end result, it will show the ratio. One thing to remember when you're doing these tests is that temperature and humidity affect the resistance, and we always make sure that we're testing de-energized circuits. Once you complete the test, allow the meter to remain connected for a second so it can discharge any charge that is built upon the test specimen. That's how we measured polarization index and dielectric absorption ratio with the Fluke 1507 insulation tester.